When Joe Barnes was fired from the Miami Clarion, he decided to come to Santanco and write a book. At the end of 115 days, Joe had written 115 pages, all numbered page 1.
Yeah, so you just saw a flying nun. And she was flying around up there without a plane. Yeah. Look, they must have pretty good booze there in Santanco.
Reeves, I'm telling you, I'm cold sober, and I saw a nun flying. Would I lie to you?
Sure, why should a day be different? Look, if this is a gimmick to get your job back, it won't work. So don't waste my time, because I don't believe it, and I don't believe you're writing a book.
I don't have to write a book now. I've got a story with pictures that I can sell to any magazine or newspaper in the country if you don't want it. So strain that through your mustache, because you're in for a big fat surprise, buddy.
Joe Barnes was in for a bigger one.
If this Mr. Barnes gets a story with pictures of you and your unusual talent, that will mean that the convent Santanco will turn into a carnival. I think it would be wise if you were grounded until further notice.
Right. May I suggest we spread the word to everyone in the convent to button up?
You mean to say someone's going around with their buttons open?
Sister Sisto, button up means to be careful and keep quiet.
Oh, then I will say to zip the zipper.
You got it. Sort of.
May I say, sir, I think you are a wonderful human being.
Come now, I'll probably get more pleasure out of this than he will.
What to do is to buy a complete new outfit for a priest who's too poor to buy it for himself. It's just such a lovely gesture.
'Tis more blessed to
give than to receive.
Amen.
Isn't it fortunate? He is just your size.
Isn't it?
You know, I cannot understand why we did not receive your cable from Nigeria, Father Flaherty.
The Nigerians are great with spears, but a little lacking with the wireless. Still no great harm has been done. With the good Lord's help, I'm sure that I'll be able to find lodgings at some hotel or another.
Oh, no, you must stay right here with us.
It is a great inconvenience, I'm sure.
Not at all. We are always happy to welcome visiting priests. I shall have Sister Anna show you to your room. Will you say grace, Father, please?
Grace?
Yes.
Did you know in Nigeria, we always said a silent grace?
Silent grace?
With the native drums beating interminably, a bit of quiet during dinner was a true blessing indeed. That's quite simple. We bow our heads and think whatever we want. Time's up. Let's eat.
Amen.
Go along with that.
Mr. Ramirez, I cashed a check for Mr. Barnes. It's good, isn't it?
Good as gold. Now, what did Mr. Barnes buy with it?
Priest's habit.
A priest habit? Now, you sell priest habits to laymen?
It's not for Mr. Barnes. Oh, heavens, no. No, it is a present for a poor, ragged old priest.
Ah, poor ragged old priest. I think I know him. He's about the same size as Mr. Barnes, right?
Yes. Isn't that wonderful?
Beautiful.
Despicable. To turn the convent into a circus just for the sake of a newspaper story? Oh, I should have realized. What shall we do?
Very simple. I'll strangle him.
Senor Ramirez.
Okay, I'll shoot him.
Senor Ramirez, I am serious.
So am I. Well, the least we can do is to have him arrested.
Do you really think that that is wise? We might then receive the publicity we have been trying to avoid.
But we cannot ignore it. Where is he now? And where is Sister Bertrille?
Why, they're together, I believe. She drove him into Santanco to buy kites for the children.
To buy kites? Whose idea was that?
I think it was Father... Mr. Barnes.
Figures. Kites. Now, he will say, Sister Bertrille, before we get back to the convent, why don't we try the kites to see if they will fly? They will try them out, she will run, the kites will fly, and so will she. Click, click, click.
Mr. Bertrand. We've been swindled. These kites, they're defective.
Oh, well, they can't be. They're Super Apollo 12s.
We bought them for children, not astronauts.
Well, maybe you better let me have a go at it.
Well, if you insist.
Yeah, well, thank you. Sorry I'm late. I had a little kite trouble. Father Flaherty wanted to send it back, but I said for him to let me try and fly it, and I did.
And you went up with a kite.
And I went up with the... Father Flaherty was the only one that saw me fly. Why are you all looking at me like that?
Father Flaherty isn't Father Flaherty.
Beautiful, Father. If you hadn't told me they were fakes, I would have sworn they were actual pictures of it not really flying.
And we both know that's impossible, don't we, boy? But it's been nice doing business with you. And I do appreciate that nice discount you gave me.
Special rates for clergymen.
Anytime. May the wind always be at your back. Yeah.
Well, here I am waiting like a leprechaun on a toadstool, as Father Devlin always used to say.
Did he know?
Oh, yes, he did indeed. How did your pictures come out?
Well, I'm not a photographer. They're not at all professional. Not at all, not at all.
Oh, the pity of it. And all the trouble you went to. How about the pictures of me flying?
Well, just fair to middling.
Well, it's no wonder. I mean, I was only up in the sky a couple of moments. I didn't do any stunts or anything.
Stunts?
Yes, you know, slow rolls, Immelmans, loop-the-loops. You should see me buzz the convent. I practically squirt the tar off the roofs.
Do you know?
Oh, I do indeed. Would you like to get some pictures of me in action?
You pose for me?
Oh, why not? We're friends, aren't we? But there's only one condition.
What would that be?
If the pictures come out well, I'd like to send a couple of them to my family. Of course, I'll pay for them.
Oh, it would be my pleasure, sister.
Oh, well, may the little people reward you for your generosity, Father Clare.
The good father's camera went clickety-click, and so did Sister Bertrand's brain.
Goodbye, goodbye, and may a cushion of shamrocks ease the rocky road of life for you.
And what her brain came up with was so delightfully despicable, Machiavelli must have turned over in his grave.
Okay, good. Great one. Hold it. Another one. One. Okay, Sister C, still get in. Okay. Hold it. A little higher with the hand. Okay, great. One. Oh, wonderful. Okay, another. The next. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Face this way.
Okay, Reeves.
Take a look at these pictures and then start bidding for them. I'm really going to enjoy this.
I've enjoyed it. So what else is new?
Talk about jaded. These are authentic pictures of a nun flying. They're worth a fortune.
Authentic, are they? Well, here are some just about as authentic. And I got them for free. Let me read you the letter that came with it. Dear Mr. Reeves, you may find the enclosed photographs of some interest. They were easy to do by superimposing the subjects against a painted backdrop. But your former employee, Mr. Roy Barnes, took a number of similar ones, and for some reason he seemed to be under the impression that you would be willing to pay a great deal of money for them. Nevertheless, please accept these with my compliments. Yours sincerely, signed, Sister Betrill. You know, Barnes, with your imagination, how come you can't even finish one lousy book?
I had to come back and tell you that maybe I did a rotten thing. But I'm a newspaper man, and I was after a story. And you're nuns. You're supposed to behave like decent human beings.
Mr. Barnes, do you qualify as an expert on decency?
I'm a newspaper man and she's news.
Well, I'm censored.
And I'm finished because of you.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. I've got a sick wife and 2 small children. I figured maybe a story about you with pictures and I'd get my job back, maybe even a bonus. But you've turned me into the biggest liar since Baron Munchausen. Well, I give up. Sorry I blew my top.
Mr. Barnes, would you mind waiting outside for a few moments?
Anything you say, sister.
Reverend Mother, he's right. I'm a freak.
No, Sister Bertrill. You are a nun who possesses an unusual talent.
Which would make a very good news story. I mean, Reverend Mother, how can you blame him? Just because he impersonated a priest? Newspaper men win Pulitzer Prizes for impersonating dope addicts and gangsters.
Sister Bertrill, we scarcely represent the underworld element.
But we still put the finger on him. I think I have to go to Miami and tell Mr. Reeves the truth.
Do you understand what you are saying?
Yes, but it's the only thing left to do. I mean, Mr. Barnes was only doing his job. I can't ruin his life just to protect my own.
Very well. Will you come in, please, Mr. Barnes? Sister Bertrill has expressed a desire to go to Miami in order to corroborate your story.
Sister!
One moment, please. She will do this even though she knows that the resulting publicity will mean the end of her life here. She will fly for your Mr. Reeves. Then she will go into seclusion, and she will never use this very special gift of hers again.
You mean she's willing to do this for me?
For you and for your family. Sister Bertrill, we shall miss you very much, and I believe that you will miss us, too.
Sorry, sister. Not a chance. See, I've always believed in doing anything that had to be done in order to get a story, and that includes lying. Well, the biggest lie I ever told was that sob story I gave you about the wife and kiddies. I'm a bachelor.
Mr. Barnes.
My apologies, Reverend Mother. This time I really mean it. Sister Bertrill, now I know why you can fly. You're an angel. Well, adios, ladies. And thank you for teaching me something about myself I never knew. I'm not as big a heel as I always thought I was. How have you been? You look marvelous.
Oh, thank you very much.
Coffee?
No, thank you. I'm flying. Page 85. Oh, that's fantastic.
Sent the first 2 chapters into the publisher. Gave me a big fat advance. He loves it.
Oh, wow. Well, you haven't told me what it's about yet.
You wouldn't believe it.
Well, I'll believe it, honest.
No, I'll send you an autographed copy when it's published. How's that?
Fine. Couldn't you just give me one teensy-weensy little hint?
Okay, I'll let you look at the title page.
The Flying Nun by Roy Barnes. I don't believe it.
Oh, don't say that. Because if you don't, who will?